Hey, what's up guys, Omogonix here and welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. So throughout Halo Infinite's campaign, as we know, the Flood was talked about a bit. Like, you had Cortana at one point saying like, oh, who cares about the Flood, the Endless are the ones who need to be really contained, you know, and that's something that's said by like a few characters in Halo Infinite, is something about how like the Endless are apparently worse than the Flood. Now, who knows how much worse the Endless are meant to be than the Flood, but I guess we're meant to be seeing in the next DLC, since there's actually a name for it now, also. I forget how long ago this was when this happened. I think it was just before the Halo Infinite campaign released, but Microsoft actually filed a new trademark for something called Halo the Endless. So I'm guessing that this is going to be the first DLC we're going to be getting for the campaign. So obviously, guessing by the name, the next DLC is most likely going to be centered around the Endless, but could we be getting the Flood in it as well? Because as we know, the Flood do have history on Zeta Halo, and they're most likely contained on there as well. And you know them containment pod things, you know the things that contain the Endless and all these other monsters which you see? Well, there's actually an Easter egg in Halo Infinite, and if I can find a clip I'll show it here, or an image or something, where basically one of these containment pods actually do contain a Flood. So if I do find it, I'll show it here. So yeah, the Flood are definitely contained on Zeta Halo. I mean, like I said, there's literally an Easter egg in the game of it. Like, you can literally see one of these pods containing the Flood. So yeah, they're definitely on the ring, but who knows when we'll get to see them. Will it be in the next DLC? Will it be in a DLC after? Who knows? Because by the looks of things, like I said, the next DLC will be mainly centered around the Endless. So who knows if the Flood will be involved in that as well, but it will be really cool if they are, as it's been a couple games now since, well, a couple of mainline games since we've actually gotten to see the Flood. You know, I think the last time we would have seen the Flood in a mainline Halo game would have been maybe Halo 3. Halo 3 would have been probably the last game. I think it was actually, yeah, it was Halo 3. So it has been quite a while. And it'll be very exciting to see how the Flood do return, if there'll be any new forms, because knowing Halo Infinite, I feel like there's going to be some new Flood forms that we haven't seen before. You know, maybe they could include some of the ones that are in Halo Wars. Now, I haven't seen the Flood in Halo Wars before, but apparently there are some different sorts of Flood variants in that. In fact, I think I've seen like a few through little small like pockets of gameplay and stuff like that. But it'll be cool to see like some cool new Flood forms in Halo Infinite, and it's going to be exciting to see how they do make their return. Also, in my opinion too, I believe that the Flood are literally already in the works as we speak, and why I say this is because before Halo Infinite multiplayer came out, you know how there's like lots of Halo Infinite multiplayer leaks that came out, right? Well, one of them that came out was this right here. So as you can see right here, this here is a Flood prop. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be used for a Flood firefight mode in the Halo Infinite multiplayer. I think that's what this is for, but yeah, either way it's a Flood prop. It could be both in the campaign and firefight, who knows. But it's very interesting that there are Flood props in the game files or whatever. However this was found, most likely in the game files. So the Flood are probably already being worked on as we speak, and I wouldn't be surprised either, since there is loads of content in Halo Infinite that has been cut, and it could just be added into later DLC later on down the road. So what do you guys think? Do you think the Flood will be in the next Halo DLC or in future Halo Infinite DLC? Be sure to let me know down in the comments below. I personally do think we'll get to see the Flood at one point, but I don't know if we'll be in the next DLC, since it seems that by the new trademark filed by Microsoft, their next game will be mainly centered around the Endless. Who knows when this thing will come out as well? if it does take a while, I do understand, especially if they're going to be making like a campaign DLC the length of the Halo Infinite campaign itself, like the normal campaign itself, I mean. But yeah, so overall, it's going to be real interesting to see what happens in the future with Halo Infinite and its DLC, and it's going to be very interesting to see when we do get to see the Flood and how they will return, if they'll have any new forms, how they'll look, stuff like that. It's going to be real good to see all that. And so anyways guys, that is the end of this video. If you did enjoy, be sure to like, comment and subscribe for more. Also be sure to give me your thoughts down below. Do you think we'll see the Flood return sometime, considering how much they're talking about in the Halo Infinite campaign? Be sure to let me know what you think, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.